The extracurriculars with Golden. For some reason, we're not showing it, but he went and punched the upright. It was good. But we got next-gen stats. 8 passing touchdowns on dimes, which means one passes to go a long way in the air and are very accurate. So Daniel Jones does a fist pump. And then here we go. Down 10-7. Daniel Jones is out the door at the 30, the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. He's going to score. Oh, no. He falls. Incredible. Even the incredible Joe Buck said on the call, and he's gone. And he trips. This really happened. Longest run ever of NFL quarterback scoring. Look at the teammates on the sideline. And if you think that's bad, you're going to go to the booth. Look at Saquon with a mask and street clothes. Be like, he was like this, and then he go, oh. But here's the good thing. On the same drive, the Giants score. Thank goodness Wayne Gallman gets in. Look at Daniel Jones. He's like, oh, bro, that might have just saved me. But did it, Daniel? Are we not going to see that play for the next 3,000 years? Fourth quarter, down 14-10. Eagles trying to make a stop, but no. Touchdown! The Giants are up. That's Shepard in the back of the end zone. So, all right, 34 straight when down 10 in the fourth quarter for the Eagles. They're down more than 10, and Carson Wentz starts going. Look at this downfield. Oh, my gosh, look who it is. John Hightower, because, of course, 59 yards. Hightower's only reception of the game. And then after that, look at this pretty play. Bank, that's the guy from the playoffs. Last year, Peter had his jersey on the set of this show for months. Greg Ward Jr. Now, 3rd and 6. Look at this throw by Daniel Jones. Oh, my gosh. Evan Engram off his hands. This is what bad teams do, guys. You catch that pass, I think you're winning the game. It's over. But you give Carson a chance. Still down 5. Under 2 to play. 2 timeouts. Scrambling. Chucky Rogers. He's got Richard Rodgers over the middle, who once caught a Hail Mary against Detroit and ripped their hearts out. Can he do it to New York? 21-16. Under a minute to play. Carson. Wait, look at this throw. Boston Scott. Touchdown. Great throw. Great play. Actually a perfect throw. Amazing catch. They go for 2 and don't get it. They get a Brandon Graham strip sack late and win. The Eagles 22-21 to get to, more importantly, 2-4-1. Week 7 versus Giants. The first 10 drives versus the last 2 drives for Carson. He turned it around. Look at the third column, or second column, third row. 2 touchdowns, no picks, 153 passer rating. Carson was clutch. It wasn't pretty, like we said, Carson, but it was big. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, it is a huge win. Like you said, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, and we left a lot of points out on the field, a lot of plays on the field. We got to be better than that. But the way we fought, the way we're resilient, really these last couple weeks, to finally pull one out in the end, I'm really proud of the fighting these guys. And, Boston Scott made a heck of a play at the end of that game, and we sealed the deal on defense there. So that was a huge win for us.
They were down 21-10, 6 minutes on the clock. They walked out with a win there. Nate, what did Carson Wentz prove to you last night and the Eagles?
I believe it was Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagles team. If I'm Doug Peterson, I'm walking into that locker room. I don't have a long speech. I'm not trying to give them some type of movie line to motivate the team. I would just simply show them this. I would say start fast and finish strong. And that's exactly what they did. The opening drive, the Eagles come out, they scored. Carson Wentz was beautiful in the beginning of the game. And that's how you start it off. It helps you get a rhythm. And then there's going to be moments in a game. And let me just say this for everybody at home. Stop expecting quarterbacks to be perfect. Interceptions happen. Mistakes happen. He threw an interception in this game. That didn't take these guys off of the trajectory that they were on. They had momentum in the beginning. They lost a little bit of it, and they recaptured it late in the game. That's what Carson Wentz does. Last week I said he was heroic in their loss. I believe he was heroic in this victory. Carson Wentz proved to be the guy with the weapons that he has at his disposal.
Yeah, and they did this again with the MASH unit. It's unbelievable who Carson Wentz is throwing to. This is John Hightower out of Boise State. If it's not Travis Fulgham, 6th round out of Old Dominion, it's Richard Rodgers. And, they get Lane Johnson back. And we did our whole show yesterday in the morning. Mike Garafolo's on, like Deshaun Jackson and Lane Johnson are back. They both went down with injuries in this game. Lane Johnson was taken off early in this game. And it felt like the Eagles are just finding a way to scratch and crawl and get by, and they need a little help from their friends. The old Joe Cocker song, if you like the Wonder Years, that was the theme song, and they got a little help from their friends last night. 3rd down, Evan Ingram is wide open. This puts the game on ice. He beats Will Parks. They get this, the game's over, and the Eagles lose. Instead, Evan Ingram drops it, as Evan Ingram has done throughout his career, and cannot hold on. And this is what is going to be the NFC East. It's going to be, we're going to get shots here. Like, what did they prove? I don't know. They proved that they're playing in the worst division in the league, and the Giants absolutely could not put them away numerous times. They were up 11 points with 6 minutes left and had numerous plays they could have put this game on ice, and they couldn't. And if you're the Eagles, they're tested. They've been to the playoffs several times. A lot of those guys have a Super Bowl victory in their back pocket. They showed to me last night that they are veterans who are in that room who know how to win, and there are a bunch of unknown, unfamiliar faces who stepped up when they had to. The three other teams in that division, Washington, Dallas, New York, I'm not sure they will be able to do that. Philly might be the best team in the division just based on finding a way to win.
P. Schrager's calling out Danica McKellar on a Friday morning. I love it. Did you know there's a mathematician?
Hey, now.
They have 2 wins and a tie. 2 wins and a tie, that's found money. You got a fat wallet right there. It's not pretty. And if they get this playoff game at home in January, if that does happen, it's not going to be this team. It's going to be a much different, replenished team, God willing, healthier. But more importantly this morning, on a Friday morning, as we try to serve the people who may not have seen all the game, what the Eagles proved is they are susceptible to getting smoked by the game's greatest playmakers. Let's bring up the Daniel Jones. We got to talk about this again because this was potentially an historic play. One of the longest runs in Giants history, one of the longest quarterback runs ever, the longest quarterback run to not score a touchdown. We even had wacky sound effects I didn't know were coming. Here's the wild thing about this, guys. Next gen stats, he was clocked at 21.2 miles per hour, which is the fastest run by a quarterback in years. Faster than anything Lamar or Kyler has done, faster than anything Lamar did last year. Daniel Jones was cooking. He said afterwards, he said, I was just trying to run faster, and here they come. Mahomes, always a nice guy. I mean, I can't even say anything because I would never be able to run that far either. 4 smiley faces. He's laughing about it. Who else do we got? DK, Daniel, pick your feet up. I have to tell you, sports fans, this morning, my co-host, if you want a fun ride, who do we got? Stephon Diggs? He tripped the same way people do in scary movies when they run from the villain bad guy. That's exactly it. Diggs, that is perfect. Michael Myers and Pinhead were chasing Daniel Jones. You know, in the movies, they're usually a virgin. And they're chasing him in the woods, and he falls. Go to the NFL's official Instagram post of this. It is a random hodgepodge of the strangest group of players ever commenting on it. Fred Taylor, Eric Ebron, David Tyree, Eddie Jackson, Fred Jackson. They're all in on the Daniel Jones. And they scored on that drive anyway, so it doesn't leave a permanent scar. But, man, that play might be showed for 50 years. Incredible.
He was tripping.
I loved it. On the Eagles side, I wanted to see something that was a little, I don't know, tell me you want it, right? More than the Panthers, more than the Niners, more than the Saints did. They showed it. They're scrappy. They fight. They have heart. When it gets a little ugly, they're able to pull it out. Guys, Carson Wentz has led the Eagles to 4 wins after trailing by double digits since the start of 2019. That is tied with Russell Wilson. That's tied with Drew Brees for the most in the NFL in that time. We have more highlights, of course. We've got lots of fun on the show today. All of that, blah, blah, blah. But I got to tell you guys about next week's Thursday Night Football matchup because it's Matt Ryan and the Falcons. They are taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Panthers, one of my favorite storylines in the NFL this season. It's Thursday Night Football at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox, on NFL Network, and streaming on Prime Video. Now, if you have thoughts about Daniel Jones' run, please tweet us at GMFB. Maybe we'll put your tweets on the way with your favorite NFL players. Ian Rappaport is joining us. Yes, he's back again. Ian, love you.
Yeah.
See ya.